In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make a cog in Minecraft. Now, if you guys are new to the channel at all, we do a lot of time lapses and tutorials just like this one, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also guys, if you want more videos like this one, I've got tons on the channel and I'll leave a link in the card above, as well as in the description to a full playlist that you can check out. Anyway, let's get into building. Alright then guys, here we are on my flat tutorial world. Here is the cog that we've got. Now in terms of its dimensions, it is 21 blocks long, 15 blocks wide and 21 blocks high. I'll go through the materials in a second, but yep, it's a bit bigger than my small cog, so I've kind of just called this one cog, not meaning like medium cog or anything like that, but I am planning on doing a larger one, and I have gone with the crimson as well for this, so we can get that kind of like purple like colour going on in that. If you guys are going to be building this one underneath the water, which is what I expect you guys to be doing, then you are going to be 3 blocks under. So that means that all of this layer, the first 3 levels of the build, are going to be on your water level. That's all the spruce that we got here. So you're going to have a block right next to your water, go down 1 again, and this level right here, that's level number 1, that's layer number 1, okay? So that's what you're going to be doing. To get ourselves started, you are just going to need some basic materials such as a spruce slab, stair and a plank block, and also a jungle fence. That is going to be your kind of starting blocks. So yeah, let's get to it. So for layer number 1, if you guys are going to be building it in a rectangle, you can do, but it's up to you. Again, 21 by 15 blocks. Find your middle, go forwards by, it's a total of 3 blocks. So you go 1, 2, and then 3. Knock those 2 out like that. That's going to be your starting block. And what you're going to do with this is you're going to add another 2 blocks on top, then put a spruce stair on it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have 2 jungle fence behind that, and that just means we can get rid of the jungle fence. I just like getting rid of it as soon as I can, really. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 spruce planks behind this, 1, 2, and 3. On the last 2, we're going to have upper spruce slabs like this, so 2 there like that. Then we're going to have 3 blocks, 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to have 2 slabs on the side of, or on the front of that one, should I say. So you end up with like 2 slabs, 3 blocks, 2 slabs. Let's do the same on the other side now. So 2 slabs here, 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3. Then 2 slabs, 1, 2. And in the middle, we're just going to have spruce planks building right up to the same level as these ones. We're then going to have an extra spruce plank block on the front, like here. And then you're going to have a spruce slab right on the upper piece at the front of that one. And that is going to be it for layer number 1. And now for layer number 2, with your spruce plank block, place that directly on top of the slab that you had at the front. We're then going to have an upside down spruce stair coming forwards from this one. Behind this right here, we're going to have a lower spruce slab. Then on the side of this, we're going to have an upside down spruce stair, so you're going to have to build some way of getting out to there. For me, I just put a stair in and do it that way like that. We're going to have a spruce plank behind that stair. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have a spruce slab coming out to the side here. There's going to be 2 blocks behind that, 1 and 2. Then a spruce slab on the upper part of that one there. Now on the inside, you can put a spruce slab lower here and also one here as well like that. Now behind this slab, we're going to have 2 spruce plank blocks, 1 and 2. And then on the end of that one, we're going to have an upside down spruce stair here like that. Where we've got the little fence piece, we're just going to have a spruce plank block right there to join it all in. Now we'll do the same on the other side. So first thing is that upside down spruce stair. We're going to have 1 block of just a plank block behind that, like that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to be out. We're going to have a spruce slab on the upper piece there, and a lower one down there. 2 blocks behind this, 1 and 2. Then a spruce slab. On the inner piece, we're going to have a lower slab. Then we're going to have 2 spruce plank blocks, and an upside down spruce stair on that one there, like that. And then, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to grab a stripped oak wood for this one. And that is going to be right here, okay? So there's not really like a perfect middle with this one, so that is going to be like closer to the back than anything else. Now the reason we're putting all these slabs in here is because when you get inside, you'll kind of see it. If you don't, you can't walk around. So you've got to like sneak a lot of the time to get around. Actually, I don't even need that one there. But it's the same around here as well. It's very, very cramped in this ship. So yeah, sneaking around, only way to do it. But anyway, that's for layer number 2. And now for layer number 3, what we're going to do is right on the front, we're going to have a spruce plank block directly on top of that stair. Then we're going to have a spruce slab on the lower piece just behind that one. We're then going to have an upside down spruce stair right next to that slab. So you get it just coming out forwards from that. Ooh, must have deleted a block. There we go, get it right to there. You're going to have a block behind this one. Then again, you can put a slab in there. You can also have a block if you want to. I've just done as many slabs as I can with this one because of the interior. And then you can have an upside down stair coming out to the side of that one. Then we're going to have 5 blocks coming back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then a spruce slab on the upper piece on the end of that one, so you get this nice smooth kind of gradient going on there. We're going to have a slab just on the back of that one to cover up that little gap. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have a spruce plank block right here. And an upside down spruce stair just over those fence pieces. So just like that, okay? Then the same on the other side. So we get a upside down spruce stair first. Block behind that of your planks. A slab on the lower piece just behind that one. Then an upside down spruce stair coming out of the side of that one. 5 plank blocks behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then a spruce slab on the upper piece on the end of that one. On the inside to cover up the gap, lower slab there. Then you get a spruce plank block right on the back, like that. Now build up your mast as well, just by 1. And that's it for layer number 3. And now for layer number 4, what you're going to do is you're going to grab yourself some birch stuff, okay? So we've got quite a few, well, we've got a lot of different woods in this one. We've done the spruce layer, we're going to do the birch layer, and then we get some dark oak as well added into this thing, okay? So what we're going to do on the front is we're going to have a birch plank block directly on top of the last layer. Then we're going to have an upside down birch stair coming forwards from that one. On the side of that birch plank block, we're going to have an upside down birch stair. We're then going to have 2 birch plank blocks behind that stair. Then what we're going to do right here is we're going to have 6 blocks of birch planks just directly on top of the last layer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I actually think it's 7. I'll get there eventually. It is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have an upside down birch stair right here like that. On the inside of this one, we're going to have a birch plank block. Then an upside down birch stair. And then a birch slab coming out from that one. This is because of where the whole rudder kind of goes into this bit. And there's actually a whole mechanism there which we'll build in a bit, okay? Now what we're also going to do is where we've got the little gap here, put in a spruce plank block, okay? Like that. Right, onto the other side then. So upside down birch stair, 2 birch plank blocks behind, 7 on top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then an upside down birch stair here. We're going to have a birch plank block right there. Then an upside down stair, and then an upside, no, not an upside down, a upper slab on the end of that, okay? That's what we get for those little bits there. Where we've got the mast, grab yourself a composter, and we're going to whack a composter into this part here like that. Then grab yourself an oak slab. Now we're going to have a lower oak slab on the sides of these ones, okay? Like this, right? So on the sides, I'm going out by 1 either side. On the front, you're going to have 1 coming on the front, and then going forwards by 1 like this. Then we're going to have upper slabs, okay? So we're going to have upper slabs around this bit. And then also 2 right here like that. Then what we're going to do right on the back is we're going to have 1 as if we were having these 2. Exact same thing, but leave the gap in there because that's where we're going to put in 1 ladder piece and also a spruce trapdoor. So this is how you'll get into the hole. You have to crouch and you'll be able to go around and get into all these bits. This is just where I ended up putting it. There's actually quite a few different places you can put it because of where we've got the ladders going into the front kind of the forecastle kind of part and the aft castle, I guess. So you could technically knock out that and have the ladder going down instead or down there. I just opted for having it on the mast for no real reason. What you're going to do now for the back is with your oak slabs, have these going around on the upper piece now and also 1 there. Then with a slab that I haven't got, which is a spruce slab again, what we're going to do is where we've got this run of your birch planks, leave 1, go to the next one from the back, and we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And this is going to be for your shrouds, the kind of rope bits that connect to the mast. So 1, 2, and 3, there like that. Or also you could see it as in line with the mast, but actually going back by 3 like that. Back to the front now. What we're going to do with our oak slabs is right on the inside here, where we go into that block of plank of blocks. No, block of planks. Yeah, blocks of planks. We're going to have a lower oak slab here, upper oak slab here, upper oak slab here like that. Same on the other side. Lower, then upper, then right here, upper. Okay, it's just all part of that like little detail on the front. But there you go, guys. Quite a long layer, but we got quite a lot done in that. That is it for layer number 4. So for layer number 5 now, what we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves a dark oak slab and also a stair, because we're going to be using that quite heavily in this section. So where we had that upside down birch stair, I'll get there eventually, we're going to place a normal dark oak stair on that one, and then we're going to have an upside down coming forwards from that. Now, looking backwards, we're going to have a stair just attached onto that one. Then with our dark oak slab, we're going to have that on the sides of these ones. Then going across the ship, so towards the middle of the ship, we're going to have a normal stair going that way. Same on the other side, of course. Then a slab on the back of that one. Then on this side here, we're going to have a stair going towards the middle of this. Stair going there. In the middle, we're going to have a stair going this way, okay? And this is so we can get a ladder on the back, so whack a ladder on the back of that one. But you end up with this crazy thing, like that. We're not even done yet either, guys. Now we're going to grab an oak slab, and we're going to have a lower oak slab here, lower oak slab here, upper one here, lower one here, and on the end, we're going to have an upper one. So do the same on the other side, so you get a lower oak slab there, lower oak slab right there. With this one, we're going to have an upper over the top there. Then we're going to have a lower here like that. So there's quite a lot going on with this, alright? Then with our dark oak slabs, we're going to have 5 of those just going on top of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now for the back section. Looking towards the middle of the ship again, we're going to have a dark oak stair here. Then a dark oak slab. Then moving in, we're going to have a dark oak stair. Now we're going to have an upside down dark oak stair here. Then one that wraps around the back. Then a slab on the upper piece there like that. So right here, looking towards the middle on the other side, dark oak stair. Then a slab. Move in, dark oak stair. Upside down dark oak stair here like that. Wrap it around at the back like that, so it just kind of sticks over a little bit. On the inside of this now, we're going to have a jungle fence on the top of the rudder. And then we're going to have 2 jungle fence gates coming off of that, so you can actually control the rudder from here, okay? So when you get into this is what I quite like about it. You can get under, and then this is how you would then, steer the ship. You'd actually have a guy that you're shouting at, I guess. From the top deck here, you'd shout, and you'd have to do what you say. So there we go. That's what you get. But guys, that's it for layer number 5. And now for layer number 6. Right at the front, what we're going to do is we're just going to build the bowsprit. And with our dark oak slab, where we've got the stair there and we've got the upside down stair here, this is where we're going to start. I'm going to go with 5 slabs. So I always do 1, then you build up, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And then you just delete the slabs, and sometimes that means you have to place them. But if you do it in the right order, it all works. You have 5 slabs going up like that. Now, where we've got this normal dark oak stair, on top of this, we're going to have an upside down dark oak stair, just mirroring what it's doing. It's the same with this one right here, so you get one there like that. And it's the same here as well. Upside down stair there. And this one, you guessed it, same thing, just mirroring it, and we do the same on the other sides. So we get those there. Then with our dark oak slab, where we've got a lower slab here, we're going to have an upper slab here to join those together. And then finally with these bits, we're also going to join across these like that. Put a ladder on there. And I ended up going with oak slabs in this. It's totally up to you guys. I just wanted it to look kind of like there was actually a decking on there, and then this is like the detail work on the side. So I wanted to separate those two out, but you could, if you want to have it all dark oak, then feel free to go for that. Now, one thing that I missed on the last layer is the right here in the middle. We're going to have a dark oak stair going that way, which will then have the ladder on, okay? So we're going to do the same again here, wherever we've got one of these stairs, we have it over the top. So we have it like that. Now you might be wondering, what do you do on the back then? Well, over here we ignore this one, we just have one on the back like that, okay? Going over. Then we put a little slab in here. This one has a slab. This one has a slab. Do the same on the other side now. So upside down stair right there. Over that one, upside down stair. Slab that like that. Add a slab in between these two here. Put another ladder on that piece now. And then what we can do is we can get our oak slabs, and we can put our oak slabs in here like that. Now one of the other things that I did to make this look more interesting on this level is I put in some, what are they called? Signs. So I used spruce signs just to give it a lighter colour with this one. You could also do it in colored colours, similar to what I've done here with the crimson. You could actually have, alternating colours or something like that to make it just look interesting. So we'll do the front first. We're going to have a nice, what's called sign there. Then we do it on these sides, just drooping's the right word, around this one at the front. And then on the sides. So what I did is I prioritized the sides, because usually you'll see the ship from the side, rather than prioritizing these ones, because you hardly ever look at the ship that way. At least that's what I ended up doing. Now it still goes on the inside as well, around here, like that. Now on this one, we'll do the same thing. So we go around here. Again, prioritize the sides. Now luckily at the back it looks really good. It's just whenever you get any of the angled bits, that's where you always have to choose between two of them. Like that. Now I can't remember, yeah, we don't have one on the inside, it's just on the two sides here, so there and there. Don't put one on there because it looks like the shrouds get in the way, so we went with the shrouds for that bit. But guys, that is it now for layer number, I think it was number 6, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, yeah, number 6. So let's get on to number 7 and 8 actually, because we'll finish up the tops of these, which will finish up the hull. Alright, so for layers number 7 and 8, what you're going to need to do is choose your colour, okay? This is where you can get a bit creative. Now I'm going to go with warped for mine, although I'm not a big fan of warped, but that's kind of one of the reasons I'm using it, because I tried out crimson when I did the last cog and it worked really nicely, hence this one. So what you're going to need is a slab and a stair for this, and also a sign. Ideally, they don't really need the sign. If you want to remove the sign, have someone else, go for that. So have a look at your stairs. Choose what you're going to go with and go, yep, that's going to be the colour of this one. You might go mangrove, you might go smooth red sandstone or acacia or something. And what I like to do is then mix that colour in, or similar colour in, with the sail to do the stripes, like it's kind of like a nation, okay? You're also going to need a note block as well. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to get onto the front of this one. And what we do is with our note blocks, wherever we've got these stairs, that's where a note block's going to go on top. So we get those stair bits, that's our note block thing. So for the front, that's all we've got. We can't put one there because that's where the ladder goes, so that'd be a bit dumb. Now, what we're going to do is, right on the front one, I did something slightly different, similar to my other cog, where the back one, we've got upside down stairs, and on the front one, I've got slabs, so you could get shot a bit more on the front. It's up to you guys if you want to do the same thing or not, but that's what we're going to do. So right here, we're going to have a slab. We're just going to have slabs on top of the note blocks, should say that. Right at the front here, we're going to have a slab over the top of that one, so like a floating slab. Then we get the slab in there like that. And then at the back here, to make it interesting, I actually used trapdoors. So I'm going to use warp trapdoors here. We're going to have a trapdoor that way, a warp trapdoor that way. One there and one there. Now, of course, for my other one, I used crimson because it was the same colour. But it just gives you a little bit more room. Otherwise, if you do the slab here, you then end up with just 3 blocks, so you don't get a lot of space ready. So that's why I did that. It just makes it a tiny bit more interesting, a little bit more room, so you could at least get somebody else to fire some arrows over the top of this thing. Okay, then what we're going to do with our signs is put these on the side. Like I said, if you're going with a different color, don't worry about the signs. Now don't get them up there, get them onto the note block, and it's just so that you get a little bit of that pattern through, but actually the color is the main thing. That's the main idea with this. So, and if you want to make it fancier again, you could always change your signs so that they've got some sort of pattern on them, you know, the whole, like, do this kind of a thing and then have that down there, or maybe do a squiggle, you know what I mean. You could do whatever you guys want to detail it, use the glow stuff, make it more interesting. Now on top of it, for the crimson ones, I put the jungle pressure plates. For this one, I'm going to try out the dark oak and see how that looks. It looks okay. I think actually I'm going to go with spruce. Yeah, I think spruce might look a little bit better. It might look a little bit softer. Yeah, that's better. There we go. We'll go with that one. And then that actually carries through from there to there to there. That's better. So for the back now, what we're going to do is, again, with your note blocks where we've got those stair parts, we're going to put one of them on there. We're also going to put one on there and then right at the end, okay? So we get these here like that. Now, because this is more armoured at the back, we're going to have warped stairs or whatever coloured stairs you got upside down in between each of these bits. That's going to be the your main armour, I guess. You know, that kind of a thing. And what I ended up doing is right on these bits have just the upside down stair variant right there, like that. Okay. Put your slabs on top of those note blocks, just like you were going to before. Get your pressure plates and put those on. Don't put it on the back one though, because we're actually going to have a little bit of rope going up to the mast there. Okay. And then with your warped signs, or whatever signs you're going to have. God, I'm falling today. It's because to click on them, I've got to do it where I sneak and fly at the same time to get that to work without just hitting the note block. So every so often I get it wrong. Also, I should say, guys, if you want to do it on the inside, you can, but you can't really do it on these two. And some of these then get a little bit, well, you can do it on just that one there, and you can do it on that one there. So I tend to, on the inside of this, leave it, because if you can't do all of them, you know that you couldn't do it. You know, it looks odd. So yeah, that's what's going on there. But there we go, guys. That doesn't look too bad, to be fair. You know, we got a completely different colour to that one. Just adds a little bit of variation. So we're now done, by the way, with the hull. So we're going to get on to next part of it is going to be the mast. And now on to the mast. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves a stripped oak wood. And then where we've got that composter, we're going to build a total of 7 on top of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we're going to grab another composter and have that on top, and also coming forwards like that. Then we're going to place another 7 of your stripped oak wood on top of that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 like that. Now what we're going to do is right on the top with oak fence, we're going to have 2 oak fence on the top. Now if we leave 2 of these, go to the next one, we're going to have a barrel going sideways from here. Have 2 stripped oak wood coming out of that, 1 and 2. Then coming forwards from the left hand side like this, we're going to go 1, 2, and 3, and I think 4. I've got a feeling it's 4. It's 4. I have to check. Sorry, guys. And then on the other side, the same 4. But as you can see, it's angled. Okay, so it's not straight; it's angled. Now, of course, if your wind is blowing the other way in your world, do it that way instead. Otherwise, we're going to do it this way. There we go. So now what we're going to do is with oak stairs, we're going to have an oak stair on the side here. Then coming back and wrapping around like that. So stair, and then wrap around. And then we're going to have a slab just on the end of that one. Put some oak fence in here now, like that. Then with a spruce trapdoor, where you've got the composter, we want to just put that on the top of that just to block it all up. And then for me, I had a ladder going up the back of this mast, okay? And that goes up to here, and it just means that you have to, when you get to this point, you just have to jump. But you can then get to the little crow's nest that we've got at the top there, which is quite nice. At least I quite like it. There we go, so that's that bit. Now what we're going to do is on the front, with our oak fence, where we can place an oak fence, which should be this one right here. We're then going to go back, up, and we're going to just repeat this pattern as much as we can until we hit into ship about there, okay? Then we can knock these out underneath, okay? Now what you'll notice on my other one right there is that some of these just kind of disappear kind of into the sail. That's fine, alright? That's absolutely fine. For the back, we're going to do the same thing from this back bit. That's why we didn't put a pressure plate down. Back and up, back and up, back and up. We'll just keep doing this until we can't do it anymore. And when we won't be able to do it anymore will be when we hit the ladder. So we just knock out these now underneath to make it really thin. And you can quite clearly tell that there's a line going to there. It's just that in order for us to climb up, kind of want that. And actually, I just realised we get stuck here anyway. Oh dear. You can knock that one out as well if you want to be able to climb up to the top of it, really. But there we go. That's that, guys. And now onto the sails. So what I'd recommend doing is doing it out of wool, though you can do it out of slabs and stairs as well as a block to kind of make it really smooth. But for me, I'm going to keep mine simple, keep it nice and textured using wool. So I'm going with white wool, and I'm also, for my colour, the closest is a cyan kind of colour of wool. Okay, so that's why I'm going to go with those ones. But whatever you guys have gone with for that, you know, I had, you know, crimson and purple. I can't remember what else I've done. I think I've done jungle and red actually, though I probably would do mangrove and red these days. But anyway, what we're going to do is right underneath here, we're going to do the tied up version first. We're going to come forwards and down, and we're just going to follow the mast. All right, just follow the mast, and then have this here. Ignore this one here. Just leave the fence in there because we're going to cut out that. And then for the tied up version, you're just going to end up with this down underneath this. And in fact, if you did it tied up, definitely have that there. And then maybe do, whoops, not that there. You have something like that. Okay, that's the kind of thing you do for a tied up version. Keep it simple. For us, however, we're going to do the full sail. So what we'll do first is we'll get the rough shape. So right here we've got a 1. I'm going to go down and have a 2. Then we're going to have a 3. Then we're going to come in with a 2. Then a 1. And then a 1, okay? So that's what you get. You get a 1, 2, 3, in, 2, 1, 1. We're just going to follow the mast again. Follow this whole plan that we've got in front of us, okay? Thought I'd place an extra block. Confused me quite a bit. So we have all of these in here. Get there eventually. Yeah, you can't place... Well, you can't place them. Just don't place them. Simple as that. Right. Same around here as well. Leave it there, all right? So knock these in. There we go, 3. And then 3 here. That. Then we're going to move in with our 2. Like this. And then finally we're going to have a 1 and a 1. And it's just going to be on these sides, okay? Because we can't place them on the other bits. So there we go, that's what we'll end up getting. I mean, you can literally have them there, like another layer, but you're going to get rid of it anyway, so don't bother. Right, so what we're going to do first is we're going to just cut these 5 out of the top part of it there. I'm going to try and leave the fence in just like I did for this one. I'll do the same thing. Now underneath, what we've got going to have is I'm going to try and have this like 5 here, then I'm going to try and have 2, so I'm just going to knock that one out there. Same on the other side, so I'm just going to knock out 2 on that side. There we go, so we get a nice smooth pattern. Now we're going to just work on the corners, so we're just going to push this back by 1 block. Just for most of these corner bits here. So there. Have that to there. I'm also going to go down and out, okay? So with this one, I'm just going to go out there. Same on this side. Knocks all the way back. This will give you a good start, okay? And yeah, go down to there. Is that one within the lines? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Oh, and also at the top as well, of course. Okay, get onto there, right? Okay, and what you can see is that starts to shape things, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to remove this like harsh line that we've got here. So if you like move 2 blocks there and have that there, that one helps. Maybe underneath here we're going to have 3 going out, okay? We're going to really push it out. Some might have 2. Some might just have 1. So you can then see how that kind of breaks up that shape. Massively, really, absolutely massively. And then we do the same with this kind of big square blob that we got here. We've been nicely working on. So we might have something like that instead. And I'm just looking at it going, it's actually pretty good. Maybe add another one down there, perhaps. Yeah, something down there, and maybe even one up there. That looks pretty good. Okay, cool. And then all you want to do is with your color is just, I leave this part here as white, then I go with the color one there, and you're just going to replace each of these blocks going down in stripes, all right? Now, because I've got World Edit, I can use the tool Repel, all right? Oh, I can't use that. I have to use, I can't just use it in my hand. That would be crazy. Let's just use a tool here, and I can just click on a block, and I can just right-click, and it will replace the blocks for me, which is fantastic. So I can just kind of paint. I think about this as painter, but that is World Edit that I'm using, all right? Which is a mod for Java Edition, and I've got it on the server version because I'm on a server at the minute doing this. There we go. So that's what we're getting. It just helps. It just makes it very quick for me to be able to do, but feel free to, you know, pause, get yourself ready. but that just adds so much more to the whole thing and really makes it pop quite a lot. I quite like this actually. I like the warped and I like this. I think my next bigger one is going to be natively in that, and then I'll do another colour off of that there. But right guys, let's get into the shrouds now. So for the shrouds guys, now one thing we're going to do is just a bit that I forgot. As soon as I stopped doing that bit, I totally remembered about it. But oak fence, just whack these on the back of your sails, like that. Then grab yourself a birch fence for the shroud. So this is going to be the kind of connecty bits up to here. It just finished off the build really. So right here where we've got the platform, we're going to have 3 on top of that. Add another layer on top. Now the front 2, we're going to add just to them there. Then on the back, we're going to add a thing into the back of that one. We're actually going to need to get rid of those signs. I think I might have said that, and I think I just put them on anyway. Or was it? No, it was down there, wasn't it? Of course it was. Now these 2 right here, put one on the back as well. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have one right there, so it joins across. You end up with this like 2x3 here, but then this bit's kind of pushed back a little bit like that. Now we're just going to work on these front 2 now, and we're going to add another 3 on top. So you go 1, 2, 3. So it's 4 high in total. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Then we're going to connect 2 on the back of that, and we're going to make that 3 high in total. So add another 2 on top like that. Then we're going to go forwards here. Then these front 2 right here, we're going to make that 3 high. So you go 1, 2, 3. And then we're just going to have 2 singles up to the top there like that. Now we'll go on to the other side. So we're going to have that 3 of them, but 2 high. The front 2, build up again. On the back, just the backmost one, add 1 into the back there. And these ones, add ones onto the back. Then join them together there. We're going to have this 3 going across. These ones here, we're going to have 4 high in total. So just the front 2. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Connect them onto the back there like that. Then we're going to make these 2 3 high. So you go 1, 2, 3. Then where we've got this composter here, whack another one into that. Then these ones here, we're going to make those 2 3 high. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to have 2 singles up to the top there, just like that. But guys, that is it for this cog tutorial. I'm actually quite liking this one. Feels very, I don't know, just feels kind of cool. I especially like being able to go down and get to the rudder part. I don't know why. It just feels kind of a bit weird and wonderful. And yeah, tell me what you guys think of this build, and also if you guys are liking this variation of ships to fill up your world with and your ports and make it really feel vibrant and different and colourful. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, make sure to comment, like and subscribe. As always guys, I'll see you on the next one.